Injury prevention for drywall hangers and finishers. Drywall hangers and finishers are exposed to a unique set of hazards that, if not controlled, can lead to painful injuries and lost workdays. The two leading causes of lost workday injuries to drywall hangers and finishers are strains and sprains, and falls due to improper use of stilts. Always stretch at the beginning of the shift before starting work. Many crews stretch together for support and encouragement. Ankle stretch. Lift your right foot up off the floor and rotate it 8 to 10 times clockwise. Then rotate it 8 to 10 times counterclockwise. Repeat for each foot 2 to 3 times. Stretching each day will increase your mobility, promote circulation, improve range of motion, and readies your body for physical work. Calf stretch. Keeping your back straight, place one of your legs directly behind you. Your back leg should be straight with your heel on the floor. Lean forward, bending your front leg until a stretch is felt in the calf. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Repeat for each leg 2 to 3 times. This position can also be used to stretch the hamstring by keeping the front leg straight and leaning forward. Quad stretch. With your thighs straight up and down, bring your foot up and grasp your ankle with your hand. Keep your thigh in a straight line, perpendicular to the floor. Don't pull on your ankle or your knee. Press your hips forward to feel the stretch. You should feel the stretch in the front of your thigh. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Repeat 2 to 3 times with both legs. If you need support, use a sturdy object or a coworker. Inner thigh stretch. With your feet pointed straight ahead and a little more than shoulder width apart, keep one leg straight and bend the other knee slightly. Move your hips downward in the direction of the bent knee until you feel the stretch in your inner thigh. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds, then switch sides. Repeat 2 to 3 times. Squats. With your feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees and squat down until your legs are about parallel to the floor. Place your arms in front of you for balance. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds and then stand up. Discontinue if you have any knee pain. Repeat 3 to 5 times. Remember, stretching must be done slowly, never exceeding your personal limits. Stretching should never be painful. If any stretch causes pain, stop immediately. Always avoid straining and excessive force. Stretch only to the point of comfortable tension. Shoulder rolls. Standing with your back straight, slowly rotate your shoulders forward 7 to 10 times. Then slowly roll your shoulders backwards 5 to 7 times. Complete 2 to 3 sets of rolls in each direction. Neck stretch. Slowly tilt your head to the side until a stretch is felt. Keeping your shoulders level, look forward and hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Repeat the stretch 3 times in each direction. Straighten your neck slowly. Forward neck stretch. Gently tilt your head forward until you feel the stretch in the back of your neck. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds, then slowly raise your head back up. Repeat 2 to 3 times. Body stretch. Raise your arms up and above your shoulders and hook your fingers together. Extend your arms upward, reaching until you feel a stretch. Lower your arms to your sides and repeat 3 times. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Side stretch. With your arms extended above your head or crossed behind your neck, slowly lean to one side until you feel a stretch. Straighten up and then lean in the opposite direction. Repeat 3 times for each side. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Hips stretch. Start with your hands on your hips, your feet pointed straight ahead and your knees slightly bent. Rotate your hips to the right as you look over your left shoulder. Hold and stretch for 10 seconds, then turn in the opposite direction. Repeat 3 times for each side. Lower back reliever. Place your hands just above your hips with your elbows back. Lean backwards only to the point you're comfortable. Gently press your hips forward. Slightly lift your chest upward as you stretch and breathe in and out. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds and repeat 3 times. Wrist stretch. Extend your arm out in front of you with your elbow straight. Using your opposite hand, grasp your fingers and gently pull your palm toward you until a stretch is felt in the forearm. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds, then repeat with your other wrist. Finger stretches. Hold your hands out in front of you. Straighten, separate, and then slowly close your fingers until a stretch is felt. Repeat 5 times. Remember, stretching should make you feel good and help increase your flexibility. Never exceed your personal limits. Tell your supervisor if you experience any discomfort. Drywall is stored at the job site in flat piles or stacked horizontally and will need to be moved again for hanging. When lifting and moving drywall, pay careful attention to your body position. Keep your back as straight as possible. The repetition of a poor body position during a lift hundreds of times a year will likely produce a serious strain injury. Keep your back as straight as possible. If you're taller, this will mean lowering your hips, bending more at the knees, and using your leg muscles. Notice how the lower back is supporting most of the weight in this lift. Even with stretching, a strain injury is possible. You'll need to make a conscious decision to pay attention to your body and keep your back straight while lifting. Strain injuries often occur from overexertion and fatigue. No work environment will be perfect, but you can limit the number of heavy and awkward lifts you do each day. When lifting a sheet of drywall by yourself, always focus on using your legs to make the lift and keeping your back as straight as possible. Turn your body by moving your feet. Don't twist your hips. Never exceed your personal limits. Lift smoothly and avoid overexertion. In all work environments, your working surfaces must be picked up and free of tripping hazards, especially on stairs. With your back as straight as possible, use your arms and shoulders to adjust the height of the sheet so that it remains level and balanced. When working with a partner, lift together to keep the sheet balanced, preventing excessive weight from shifting to one person. Lifting in sync with a partner will allow you to work with less strain. If you use stilts, it is your responsibility to read and follow all safety instructions provided by the manufacturer. Always remember that a fall from elevated heights increases the chances and severity of an injury. Read carefully the do's and don'ts and all safety warnings and requirements. It is also your responsibility to use stilts that are well maintained and to insist on a clean and clear work area. Make a personal commitment to yourself, your company, and your coworkers that you will not perform work on stilts unless you feel safe and comfortable. Before using stilts, the area where you'll be working must be clear of all objects that could cause trips and falls. Pick up all scrap. Wires can also be a tripping hazard and are often made more dangerous because they're hard to see. Put all scrap in trash containers outside of the work area. Cover floor holes with approved covers. Rounds like conduit can be especially dangerous. Remove all electric cords, hoses, rope, and other materials. Don't take chances. A smooth, clear floor will greatly reduce the risk of a fall while on the stilts. Pick up small rounds. If you step on them, they could cause a slip and sudden loss of balance. Some floor hazards can't be removed. Mark and note immovable hazards, such as plumbing stubs. Use barricades when possible. You must thoroughly inspect your stilts before each use. Ensure they are completely free of any signs of damage, missing parts, or excessive wear. Start at the top of the stilt. The leg strap should be free of any tears and frays. The strap rivets must be intact, and the buckle must be able to engage and secure the strap. The leg bands and spacers must be free of damage or cracks and secured solidly to the strut tube. The strut tube must not rotate and be securely attached to the stilt. The strut tube clamp must be tight and be secured firmly in the clamp bracket. The connection of the lower strut tube to the stilt leg is crucial. The connection bolt must be tight and secure. At the foot plate, the straps must be free of frays and tears. The strap rivets connecting the buckles to the strap must be intact. Verify that all rivets, bolts, and connections are in place, solid and tight. Never use stilts that are missing bolts. The spring assemblies must be securely attached to their brackets. Springs are the heart of the stilt action, so if they eventually fatigue or have broken coils, replace all of them. Wing bolt locking washers must be intact. Keep wing bolts tightened 1/4 to 1/2 turn past snug. The floor plate must be secure to the stilt legs, and the soles must be secure to the floor plate. Replace soles that are worn smooth or show no traction bumps. Remove anything from the soles that could cause a loss of traction. Serious injuries can occur if you fail to inspect your stilts. Always keep them in approved working condition. If you find any damaged, worn, or missing parts, replace them immediately with the original manufacturer's genuine parts. Never modify your stilts in any manner or use non-genuine or makeshift parts. When mounting your stilts, select an area where you can sit down or have a coworker help you up. Always buckle the leg strap first and secure the loose end of the strap. Then buckle the foot straps. If you buckle the foot strap first and lose your balance, you are more likely to suffer a serious ankle injury. Make the straps as tight as possible, but without discomfort. Make sure your heel is all the way against the heel plate. Keep all straps tightly fastened and strap ends secured. Your stilts must be properly adjusted to match your center of gravity, size and weight for maximum balance, stability, and comfort. Properly adjusted stilts should feel like a natural extension of your leg movements. Walk forward only, making a U-turn to reverse your direction. Never try to walk backwards. You should be able to stand or walk without fighting to maintain your balance. Spend time learning to walk on stilts until you are proficient before starting work. Don't run or walk fast or take steps so large that the action springs bottom out. Take short and distinct steps, making sure that the stilts are raised well clear of the floor with each step. Always look and be aware of where you're stepping. Never climb stairs with stilts or use stilts on any type of secondary elevation, inclines, or scaffolding. Walk only on hard, level surfaces. Any materials and tools that will be needed while on stilts should be placed on an elevated surface within comfortable reach. When you need to remove or adjust your stilts, disconnect the foot straps first, then unbuckle the upper leg straps. This will reduce the risk of injury if you lose your balance while putting on or taking off the stilts. Make a commitment to yourself to always maintain your stilts and use them safely. Residential work sites have smaller, tighter workspaces, requiring even greater attention to the floors and working surfaces when using stilts. Grouping materials in the center of the floor where stilts won't be used will help prevent trips. It may be easy for you to forget you're wearing stilts. However, all safety rules for using and wearing stilts apply at residential sites, especially keeping the floors clean and clear. Pay careful attention to vent holes and other floor openings. Always use stilts on solid, clear floors, free of tripping hazards. Review. Always stretch before starting the work shift. Ankle stretch. Calf stretch. Quad stretch. Inner thigh stretch. Squats. Shoulder rolls. Neck stretch. Forward neck stretch. Body stretch. Side stretch. Hip stretch. Lower back reliever. Wrist stretch. Finger stretch. Keep your back straight while lifting. Use good body position. Never exceed your personal limits. Lift smoothly and avoid overexertion. Keep stairways clear. Use your arms and shoulders. Lift together to keep the sheets balanced. Read and follow all safety instructions before using stilts. The work area must be clear of all trip hazards. Thoroughly inspect your stilts before each use. Straps, bolts, springs. Always buckle the leg strap first, then buckle the foot straps. Properly adjusted stilts should feel like a natural extension of your leg movements. Take short, smooth, and distinct steps. Don't run. Pay attention to where you are walking. Never climb stairs with stilts. All safety rules for using and wearing stilts apply on residential settings. Taking responsibility for your safety is the most effective way to ensure you are able to work day after day continuously without pain and injury. The practices shown here are only a starting point for preventing the most common injuries. Talk to your supervisor or safety representative for more information about keeping yourself, your coworkers, and the job site injury-free.